Good evening, YouTube. Today we are solving logarithmic equations. Please like, comment, subscribe, and donate to support the channel. My Cash App is with the $sign up front, Fantastic Baseball. Here we see log subscript 2 of x minus log sub 2 of the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. Again, log subscript 2 of x minus log sub 2 of square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. I have other ways to donate to support the channel as well. On PayPal, mathcoursetutor1@gmail.com. Current with the tilde sign up front, online math tutor 2022. Chime with the $sign up front, online math tutor 2023. On Cash App with the $sign up front, Fantastic Baseball. On SOFI, mathcoursetutor1@gmail.com. Let's get started. Okay. We need to know some properties for logarithms. So, log sub m of a plus log sub m of b is equal to log sub m of ab. So addition turns into multiplication. Log sub m of a minus log sub m of b is equal to log sub m of a divides b. Subtraction turns into division. And then the coefficient, in which is the number up front, turns into a power. So a log sub m of b is equal to log sub m of b to the power of a. And then log sub m of a is equal to log sub a divides log sub m. And then b to the y is equal to x. So b is equivalent to the subscript. The right side of the equation is equal to y, and x is equal to the object slightly to the right of the logarithm. Okay, let's get started. So again, log sub 2 of x minus log sub 2 of the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. As we see on the paper, subtraction will turn into division when we condense logarithms. So this will become log sub 2 of x divides the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. Now, we need to utilize the formula b to the y is equal to x. So let's write this out again. So log sub 2 of x divides the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. So the log subscript 2 is equal to your b. The right side of the equation is equal to y. And the object slightly next to the logarithm is your x. So let's put this in motion. So now we need to put it in the form of 2 to the power of 2, okay, is equal to x divides square root of x minus 1. Okay, let's have that marinate there. Two squared is equal to 4. And it's equal to x divides the square root of x minus 1. And we want to make 4 a power, so we want to put it as divided by 1. And then we will cross multiply. So 4 times the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 1x, or 1 times x. Now we must distribute or FOIL 4 times square root of x and 4 times the minus 1. Okay? So 4 square root of x minus 4 is equal to 1x. Okay? So we want to add 4 to both sides. So now we will obtain 4 square root of x is equal to 1x plus 4. Okay, let's have that marinate. And then we need to square both sides of the equation. We must put 1x plus 4 in parentheses first, and then square it. And squaring it means raising both sides to the power of 2. So when we say raise both sides to the power of 2, we are squaring it. So this will become 4 square root of x times 4 square root of x is equal to 1x plus 4 times 1x plus 4. Okay, let's have that marinate there. And we're going to write this again. So square root of 4 square root of x times 4 square root of x is equal to 1x plus 4 times 1x plus 4. Perfect. So now we'll write it on the larger on the reverse side of the paper. 4 square root of x times 4 square root of x is equal to 1x plus 4 times 1x plus 4. We have more room to work with now. Okay. So 4 times 4 will give us 16. And then square root of x times square root of x will equal 1x plus 4 times 1x plus 4. So 16 square root of x squared will equal, and we want to FOIL outer, outer, inner, inner. So 1x times 1x plus 1x times 4 plus 4 times 1x plus 4 times 4. 16 square root of x squared will give us 16 times x, or 16x, because the inverse of a square root is raising it to the power of 2, and that will cause the object to come out. Okay. So equals to 1x times 1x is 1x squared. 1 plus 1x times 4 will give us 4x. Plus 4 times 1x will give us 4x. Plus 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay. So let's simplify. 16x is equal to 1x squared. 4x and 4x will give us 8x, so plus 8x plus 16. Okay. 16x is equal to 1x squared plus 8x plus 16. Now we must set this equation equal to 0, so we will subtract 16x from both sides. So 0 is equal to 1x squared. 8x minus 16x is minus 8x plus 16. Okay? Now we must factor this trinomial. So we multiply the outer terms. Now will give us 16x squared. So it must multiply to equal 16 and add to equal negative 8. So negative 4 times negative 4 will give us 16, and negative 4 plus a negative 4 will give us negative 8. So this is going to turn into negative 4x times negative 4x will give you 16x squared. And we bring down our outer terms. And then we will continue factoring by grouping. Okay, so 1x squared minus 4x. And this we have a negative in front of that 4x as well, because negative 4 times negative 4 will give us 16, and negative 4 plus a negative 4 will give us negative 8. So minus 4x plus 16. And then on the other side, equal to 0, or 0 is equal to 1x squared minus 4x plus 16. Then split this in half. On the left-hand side of this factoring by grouping situation, they both have a x in common. So we will pull out an x. And on this side, we have to pull out a negative 4. So x times 1x minus 4. And then we pull a negative 4 out here. And then we'll be left with x, 16 divided by negative 4 will give us minus 4. And we notice how we have the same factors on both sides. We can put a 1 in front of there as well, because 1 times x is 1x, or x. So this will yield 1x minus 4. That's the greatest common factor. And then multiplied by x minus 4. And we set this equal to 0, or 0 is equal to 1x minus 4 times x minus 4. Let's have that marinate. Okay. Moving to the next step. So 0 is equal to 1x minus 4 times x minus 4. So we set each piece equal to 0, or each binomial, and then set it equal to 0. So add 4 to both sides of the equation. 1x is equal to 4, divide both sides by 1, and x will equal 4. And then this one, just add 4 to both sides, and x is equal to 4. So we have the same answer twice, so we only need to use it once, and we mug into the original equation to see if this works out. So now we need to check to see if this is a solution. So log sub 2 of x minus log sub 2 of the square root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. So now for all the x's, we will replace with 4. So log sub 2 of 4 minus log sub 2 of the square root of 4 minus 1 is equal to 2. Okay? And 4 is equal to 2 times 2, or you could say 2 squared. So log of sub 2 of 2 squared minus log sub 2 of the square root of 4, which is equivalent to 2, then minus 1 is equal to 2. Okay? Now, according to logarithm rules, this power here will come up front and act as a coefficient due to log sub m of a is equal to log a divided by log m. That's another formula, but we need the one designated for the power, which is a log sub m of b is equal to log sub m of b of a. So we have it on the form of the right-hand side, and we're going to put it on as in the form of the left-hand side, with the power becoming a coefficient. So now this power is becoming a coefficient. So it's going to be 2 then times log sub 2 of 2 minus log sub 2 of 1 is equal to 2. And now we need to utilize the other formula that I mentioned. Log sub m of a is equal to log a divides log m. Okay? So 2 times log 2 divides log 2 minus log of 1 divides log of 2 is equal to 2. And this will cancel out here and leave us with 2 minus log of 1 divided by log 2. And log of 1 is equivalent to 0 as specified on the calculator here. Log of 1 is equal to 0. Okay? So 2 minus 0 divides log 2 is equal to 2. So it's going to become 2 minus 0, because 0 divides log 2 is equivalent to 0, is equal to 2. And 2 is equal to 2, and that's true. So that means x equals 4 is a solution. If you need math help, text 559 744 3169 for services. Also, please donate to support the channel. I tutor for university, college, high and middle school levels. Thank you so much, and let's learn math together.